Alright guys, nothing fancy. Just a little Craftsman USA 4481 or 811 44811 sorry, VP, which VP I don't think I have one that says VP on it. It just needs to be cleaned up. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a little stiff, but what the heck. I'm out in the shop waiting for the weather to go by. Might as well clean. I got a couple ratchets. I got a hatchet, but I just don't have everything I need. Ooh, look how dirty that thing is. See if I can get this without popping that ball bearing out completely across the room. Oh, come on now. Usually you come right out of there. Well, maybe not. Alright, what happened to my bigger pair of needle nose? Oh, I think my wife's been out here. I think my wife has been in my shop. There it goes. Ball bearing's got a little bit of tension on it. There it goes. Here's the ball bearing. Slide this little tang, and that's plastic. This one's plastic. So it's definitely a newer one. Spring's all nice and shiny. Yeah, this one's got some moisture in it. Somebody wasn't nice to this tool. Let's save. I put the spring and the ball bearing on a magnet just so I don't lose them. I have lost many, let's just say. Ain't no big deal. Most of you guys, this is old school. For those of you new to my channel, I use carburetor cleaner. I love my carburetor cleaner, been using it for years. I use it as a cleaner. I do have a parts washer. My parts washer right now is outside, to tell you the truth. And that sucks because it's wet now. Oh well. I'll take care of that. Plus, the cleaner I had in it was too strong, very abrasive. I need to get some cleaner. It's not so toxic. Yeah, it's not real bad, but it's not real good down in there either. Alright, I'm going to grab just a screwdriver, wash out the inside down in here. These things work so much better when they're cleaned up and greased. Just oil them up a little bit. Oh my God, these things work so much better. People don't realize these things need a little attention. It doesn't take a lot. I mean, it's not like, well, I guess if you're intimidated by taking something apart, which I don't mind taking things apart. I've lost ball bearings, broken a couple of them. I've showed videos on what I've done before. It's kind of funny. I'll go back and look at them and you see a ball bearing fly across the room. It's kind of heart-stopping because you can't find it. Look at that. Look how well that cleaned up. I really need to see how good the teeth are on this thing. Looks of it looks pretty good. I don't think it was used much, but sometimes it'll throw you for a loop when you're looking at something and then you realize you got a nicked tooth or something. Someone overused it or overworked it. A little 7-inch ratchet isn't made to break lug nuts off a car. Actually, teeth are in really good shape. I'm dropping everything today. Yeah, they're really good shape. There's a little bit of wear. If you look real close, you can see some wear marks, but that's not going to affect the use. There's no real flat spots or damage to it. So this was used, but the abuse is just not being taken care of. Somebody either left it in a toolbox and got wet, got water in it. More than likely that's what happened. Or they used it on a water pump or taken something that had water in it and didn't clean their tool off when they were done. And got to look at wear damage on these too. These are very simple to work on. They're a lot easier than that last one I worked on a couple days ago or a week ago. And what you're looking for, there you go, camera, on these is wear, like right on the tips of these. You'll see them. Look at that grease just built up in there. You'll see them that are damaged right on edges. And that's where this makes contact like that. Left and right, it makes contact. Not much, but that's just enough to keep you from turning back. And then that's it. But usually if you get damage, it's one of these teeth that usually gets the most first. All right, let me finish this up. I really wasn't going to give this a polish, but I'll give this USA part a light polish. I think it's cleaned up nice. I mean, really and truly, it's I could put it together just like this and say it's a home run. I mean, it's not a bad little tool, actually. There's a little damage here where it rode in the toolbox. All right, be right back. I'll tell you what, we'll just take this over the polishing wheel and just give it a hit here, here, and here. The rest of it has like a satin finish. I'm not even going to bother touching that up. God, sorry, I'm out of the picture. Anyways, we'll do that. Alright guys, thundering and lightning again. I'm getting tired of this. You can see the black soot that's down inside there, that's the polishing compound. And before I put it together, I usually, when I'm working on something, I take a little carburetor cleaner and I clean everything out, wipe it out. Yeah, come out of there. A little speck of that. It's just carburetor cleaner will melt that polishing compound, and then I usually wipe everything down. It leaves that black, it just leaves a soot all over it. So it's best just to clean it before you put it back together. These are pretty easy to put back together. If one, don't lose the ball bearing. I have done that a few times actually. My shop floor, well, probably not now. My wife vacuums my shop floor every once in a while, and yes, my wife does vacuum my shop. Sounds crazy, but she does. I keep a pretty clean area. If she cleans it better. She used to work in surgery, so everything she has is spotless. Now what I'm going to do, just a little bit of grease on the end of the spring, not much. Let's use a brush. And the reason I'm putting a little bit of grease on this spring is when I stick it in the hole here. Let's get this hook. I've run across quite a few lately that the springs are stuck in the hole and they're rusted in place. So I'm thinking water has gotten down in there in this little cavity and has rusted the spring in place. So, trying to stop that. Then we'll put a little grease on the tip of it, and that is all I'm put grease on the end of the spring on this side is to hold the ball bearing on there when I go to put it back together. And then I'm just going to lightly grease the inside here, just lightly. And I'll say this again, there's people out there that they'll tell you, you know, use that special grease that Snap-on comes with. You can use what you want. It's not like this thing has got, you know, 3,400 RPMs on it and you need lithium grease like this. You could use wheel bearing grease. It's no big deal. Put a little grease, not much, just a little. Anything with metal to metal contact. Woo, it's pouring. Alright, when you put this in, this goes down because this is the receives that locks in place. See the shape of the selector switch? And it turns left or right. That's what turns this pawl. This is a pawl, this is the selector switch. And you kind of got to get it in the right spot. I'm talking over the rain, sorry. And what I'm doing, and I'm putting the selector over to the far side. And what I'm doing is I'm going to line these up, the selector like that. Now, I probably ought to use that tool, but I'm going to try to use a screwdriver. Just compress the ball bearing with a tool or a small item like a screwdriver. Maybe. Just like that. Woo. Pouring rain out there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, somebody might want to see that again. Yeah. Like that. See, the ball bearing rides on top of the spring, and I just use a screwdriver to push it down, and that gives you, there's your cam, left, right, left, right. There's your selector switch. Sorry about it, guys. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but rain sucks. I'm just gonna grease this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Any metal contact, I give it a light film of grease. That's slowing down. When I drop this in, this cam needs about center. That way when you drop it in, center it and drop it in, and then this cam locks it in. See, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the easiest to work on. So if you find one in a garage sale that's rusted, buy it. If it's cheap enough, buy it. These things are, they really last forever unless you abuse. These things are well built, and this one's not plastic, it's still pot metal. I just first touched it, so I think they do go to a plastic one, but for right now this is still a pot metal. Whoa, almost pushed it out. Wiping the grease off. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, it's that easy. You can see where the gear rides on that side. I've already greased this with a little bit of grease, so I'm not worried. Well, come on. I don't like these cheap kind. I've got a better pair, but these were on the table. There it goes. Tell you what, did all this work. I'm gonna clean it up, throw a little wax on it now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 7-inch ratchet. Of course, as I talk, it rains harder. Look at that, cleaned up really nice. USA VP 44811. It's a Craftsman series, USA made, and I got less than $3 in this. I may have $1 in this thing. I don't remember how much I gave for it now. But I don't pay these little ones like this. I don't pay more than $5 for them. If somebody's got it for $5, I walk off. I know new they're $20 or $22, something like that. And they're not USA made unless you find new old stock. But simple, easy to take apart. If you're afraid of losing the ball bearing, get a large gallon Ziploc bag and work at putting that cam in and the bearing and the spring in a Ziploc bag. God must be mad at me today because he is dumping rain on me. Oh well. He'll be mad at me for something else, I'm sure. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, give me thumbs up, thumbs down. I swear it's raining harder the more I talk. This video is gonna suck, I'm sorry. Anyways, subscribe if you like. If you find these, if you're just starting out, needing tools, oh well, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Thank you, have a good day.